Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Chrono Cross. Last time, we tried to go over some of the stuff that we've seen over the last few episodes, try and make sense of it. Then we went to the orphanage and we saved Kid. This time, as you can see, even in another world where the poor army was at one point occupying Viper Manor and we required Norris to get in, they have left, and we no longer need him to get back in. We now have free access to any part of this area that we would want to go to. I have a couple of things to show off in here. Most importantly of which, we were told when we got Kid back that Lucca has something for Kid. Lucca, who's had almost nothing to do with the game so far, has been waiting for us. I mean, she's a party member and all, but as far as characterization, I don't think I've put her in my party once, and other than being here, she hasn't really said anything. I was told to give it to you when the time was right. From Lucca. Lucca's not just her namesake. If you remember in the flashback, when we went to the orphanage, Lucca acted as a big sister or an auntie to Kid, presumably others, considering the name of her house has become the orphanage. I don't think that's quite the person that Kid is right now. I was hoping to talk to you in person when you were old enough, but just in case something happens, writing my feelings down on paper and leaving them with Lucca. Perhaps you already know, perhaps you yourself are also caught up in some historic crisis as a result of all this. Anyway, a long time ago, we, friends and I, changed the future in order to save our planet from being devoured by Lavos, a monster from some unknown planet. We still feel proud of the role we played in saving our world, and how we were so freely able to change the flow of time. Sometimes I think of the darker side of what we did. What has become of the future that was supposed to have existed? Where did the time that is now no longer allowed to exist go? It's true that thanks to our altering the flow of history, we were able to save so many lives and prevent so much sadness and suffering. But when you think of it, we also caused the deaths of so many that were meant to have come into existence in the timeline that we destroyed. And also caused new sadness and suffering further along in the new future that we created. This was a thought that Lucca had at the end of Chrono Trigger. Robo was from a bleak future. She theorized that he may not have a place in the new future that they had created. That is why I worry someone might seek revenge on us for what we did. I've had constant dread in my heart that someone in our new future will travel back in time, just like we did. Try to kill or capture my friends and me. So even if something dreadful does befall me, Kid, know that what was meant to happen will happen. that I was always prepared for the worst. Don't you dare think the great Lucca is going to go down without a fight. Got a reputation to uphold. Whatever lies waiting for us around the next corner, better watch out, as it's gonna find a pretty mean counterattack coming its way. When I think of you, remember someone I once met a long time ago in the distant past. But she was the complete opposite of you in this timeline, so quiet and gentle. Someday I'll also tell you about her, when you are ready to know your real name and heritage. She was in an orphanage. Kid, in essence, was an orphan. But Lucca seems to know the truth. I'm not the slightest bit worried about you, kid. I know that no matter what happens, he will always be there looking out for you. Perhaps he has already found you and is there by your side as you read this. If so, hello, Janice. Please take care of my little sister. In my test run, I played both the previous scene from the orphanage and then this scene back to back. And it broke me. As it is doing this the following day from the previous one, there's a lot of silence that's been cut out of this episode. There is no song in any video game that gets to me like this one. I don't know why. It just always has. Anyway, let's move on. There's much more I want to tell you, but I must leave it for another time. Don't worry, everything is okay. We will overcome whatever woes may occur. Later, when you're all grown up, I'll come and visit you. We'll talk over tea. I look forward to that day. Until we meet again. Forever and ever your friend, no matter which timeline it is. Lucca. Cut out the tomboy act. Believe me, you'll become a beautiful young lady one day. But my name isn't Lucca the Great. And as expected, Kid needs a moment. As I did that I cut out. Can't believe you. You're the one who always laughed about how there's nothing definite or certain in the world. This is one of the thoughts I had as well, hearing Lucca say that after all that she's accomplished over the course of Chrono Trigger. And we receive a rainbow shell from the letter. Now, in my mind, because it's coming from Lucca, and because of all the things that we did in Chrono Trigger, there was only one rainbow shell in that game. And since we get a little piece of a rainbow shell here, the idea that's in my head is when we had to take a piece of the rainbow shell in Chrono Trigger, we got what was called the Prism Shard. So I'm guessing this is just a retranslation of a Prism Shard from that game. I'm suspecting it uses the same terminology in Japanese, just a different translation here. After you're done with that, go back in and talk to her one more time. Lucca and I go way back. great friends, and aspiring scientists. So she must have grown up in Guardia. Had not the tragic incident occurred, I'm sure Lucca would have surpassed. Of all the bullshit, of all the things that Lucca has done in both games, it seems, let alone what she did before, and you think she might have surpassed you. She would have. What do you mean? She hadn't already done that before we even met you? Bullshit. Fuck that. I had to do something to get my energy back up. Come on. Anyway, there's something I would like to address here. Lucca's letter brings up Janus, and otherwise known as Magus. There are different elements to this that will come up later, but in my head, I think there was something maybe originally in the script that never made it into the final draft. But I think that there was supposed to be some kind of connection between Janus and one of our characters in this game. Maybe he was supposed to be in the game. Maybe he was supposed to be, like a reincarnation of him or one of his descendants or something like that. If Magus was to make his way into Chrono Cross, I think that would really work out well considering later events that we'll learn, because I think it would fit in very well with his character. And it would kind of add to the arc that he had in the previous game. Now, minor spoiler here for Radical Dreamers. If you have kind of followed along and listened to my minor spoilers before, you might know that Guile is based off the character Magil, or Magile in Radical Dreamers, and that character was supposed to be Magus with amnesia, because of course he had fucking amnesia. Now, just because that's the case doesn't mean I think that's the connection that we were supposed to make to Magus. I think it's supposed to be a different character. I propose that one point in the script, and I'm assuming this was cut, but one point in the script, I think that Surge himself was supposed to be Magus in some way, whether as a descendant, whether he had the spirit of Magus inside him, something to that extent. I think it would have worked on a lot of different levels, very few of which we actually have access to yet, and we're nearing the end of the game. But I will bring this up a little bit later to talk about it. I don't think that that's what they're going for in the final version of Chrono Cross, but I think there was some evidence that we get little hints of throughout this. That letter being one of them. If there's someone here, and bringing Guile here does not deliver any additional dialogue on, relating to that mention within the letter. So I think that the idea was supposed to be, at one point, for Surge to be in some way associated with Magus himself. It's not a strong link. One of the couple of things that we've seen so far is the Sea Swallow. The Sea Swallow houses the spirit of Doreen in my head. I don't know if that's how it's actually set up, but when we obtained the Masamune and challenged Dario, the brothers Masa and Mune came out, and once they woke up out of their slumber, they were reunited with Doreen. Doreen was a character that looked exactly like them and was in the magical kingdom of Zeal. And then she shows up here. She was never part of the Masamune before. Because the Masamune fuses after saying that they were going to stick together now, and it fuses with the Sea Swallow, I can only presume that Doreen is supposed to be a weapon from the Age of Zeal, and that weapon has, over time, been forged into the Sea Swallow. The Sea Swallow and is, like, Surge is the only one that uses the Swallow in the game. And the only other character that ever uses a swallow is Lynx in when Surge is, inhabiting his body. Lynx also uses a scythe. Magus uses a scythe. And if you look at his weapon, Magus's that is, over the course of Chrono Trigger, there are times where it's much more like a polearm or something like that. It doesn't always carry that scythe element of it. Like when you have him in battle, it does, but in some of the cutscenes where he's taking on Lavos, it seems more like a swallow almost. So it's not good evidence yet. There's a lot more that I'll pull out later, but just a thought to keep in mind. Like I said, it's not what they were going for in the final version, but I think that might have been something that they worked on somewhere in the script process. Okay, I jumped way up here. I was going to go talk to the prophet over in the library, but he doesn't say anything new. I am going to go over here because someone had mentioned it in the comments a few times, and I missed it when I came in here. There is actually information in here. It's hard to find, but you can come over here. Fear the one with the missing shield. What this does is it gives you little hints on the some of the puzzles that you can find here. Repress anger of thy god. Not sure which one that refers to. The moment you see the truth from within the light. Again, I'm not sure what that one refers to. Okay. And if you do this a couple of times, there's something written on the back. Check the pillar in the armory. That's telling you how you're supposed to take the press that switch so that we could get access to Viper's Venom and I think a Dragon Gauntlet or something like that. Is there anybody in here? Just you, huh? Okay, enough of this area. Okay, now that we're done with that, we're going to continue our theme of learning things from Kid. And we're going to develop her character a little bit more, as well as someone else's. And to do that, we need to go down to the cruise ship and talk to Nikki. Okay, I figured I'd cut out all the backtracking. Where the bloody hell is Nikki? Why are you looking for Nikki anyway? Something I wanted to ask her. I'm gonna go look for him. You wait here. I was wrong. I forgot that this played here as well. I lied to you. I said you only got to hear this song once, but there is a separate scene. I just forgot what music played during it. You bring Kid to talk to Nikki. She has a question for him. It's been bothering me for a long time. How did you come up with the name of your band? Well, there's a story behind it. When I first started out on my own, I couldn't even break the top 100. What's even worse was nobody accepted my looks or the meaning behind the song, so I was depressed. Didn't think I had the talent, so I stopped believing in myself and was this close to quitting. One day, a woman stopped by my trailer and said, "Your songs sing of magical dreams. They're beautiful." Words made me happy. So when I decided to make a band of my own, I named it the Magical Dreamers. I think I might have an idea who that woman might have been. Tell me who she is. I've been wanting to thank her all these years. One of these days I'll tell you, when everything's over. Would you look at that? It was Kid herself all along. When the time comes, you gotta let me hear some of your old songs. Who else would want to listen to the old songs other than a fan from years ago? It's a nice little scene and gives us a chance to listen to Magical Dreamers once again. And it kind of explains, why we have Radical Dreamers and Magical Dreamers and they sound so similar. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I think you said that from before, too. Okay, now we're back in another world, and wow, we seem to be moving fast. I am going to go talk to some of our characters on here because we need some indication on what we're supposed to do next. We need to find some way of getting to Terra Tower, but they haven't really revealed that information. Want to go to the tower and kill everyone? Well, okay, you're still crazy. That's nice, lovely. I doubt you say anything. Yeah, you're just talking about food still. Food is always good, but got more pressing matters at the moment. Feel relieved. Alright, we've talked to a number of these characters before. Do you know of the Nido Triangle? Many rumors have surfaced about the place. Perhaps you should head down there. Okay. Wasn't she the one who was talking about ways of saving Kid earlier? Wonder if she's... Okay. Nobody's here. I guess he's still in... No, this is another world. I don't know where Fargo is. He's not in my party. Yeah, I don't know where he is. Go talk to some more people. See if we can learn more things. Must find a way into the tower. That's not helping. One other place we can check for characters once we're done here and see if they give us the information we need. Zoa seems to sleep all day. I don't know how you're that ripped and that jacked when all you do is sleep, but more power to you, bud. Those are just all pirates. Though some of them might say something. I'm specifically looking for my characters. There's Pip. For some reason, this one always opens up the party menu. And Pip's always bored. Okay, we're back at Hermit's Hideaway in Homeworld to talk to some more of our characters. See what they have to say. No, I don't need your help at the moment. I just want to talk to some people. Does anybody say anything that might help me here? You don't say anything particularly useful. So yeah, out of all of our characters, the only one who says anything about this is Riddell. We need to go check out the Nido Triangle. Now, back in another world, this is where Riddell gave that piece of advice. If you remember though, Nido Triangle didn't have this little light in it the first time that we had control in another world. It had the light in Homeworld, where we got Starkey. So now that the light's there, we can actually go here and do something now. Before, there was no one here and we could do nothing. Discovered a mysterious object down below. There's a nasty monster guarding it. No matter how many times I hack away at it, it doesn't seem to have any effect. Tried some elements too. There are some that work and some that don't. You're just weak. I'm sure I'll whop the floor with whatever's down here. And as you can see, I have a new party. Let's fight some reskinned guys that we've already fought before. Oh, and new guys. Jelly Blubba has a cure-all as a rare drop and a common steal if you're still missing out on one. And Puffy is dead. Bye-bye, Puffy. That didn't take much effort. What else we got here? Dash and Slash? Pretty much your best bet. If you're doing normal fights at this stage, you can finish a lot of them if there are two enemies just like this. Couple of attacks from Surge, kills one, Dash and Slash kills another, and that's it. You get mithril drops from them. That's not particularly good. We've seen plenty of those. What we haven't seen plenty is rainbow shells. I'm going to take care of a bunch of these guys off screen. Okay, finish those guys. Nothing particularly special other than that. There is one more newish enemy around here that I would like to show off. We can't remember if we've seen them before. These guys. These guys are Sidestepper. They also have Cure-All as a common drop, so we might be able to get a few of those anyway, and they come with Manta Rays. Fun. Now, Marine-type enemies, which a number of the enemies around here are going to be not weak to the Master Mune, so we don't do quite as much damage here. But that's alright. We have Glenn. Let's have Glenn do some work. But first, let's kill something. I think you were attacking that one, right? And there's one. So yeah, we have Glenn with his much hyped new weapons that don't work as well if he doesn't hit, but he's basically doing damage on par with Surge at this point. Starkey's not doing quite as much damage, but Starkey also has the plasma pistol, so he's doing pretty good. But yeah, enemies at this point kind of just fall down. We have so much offensive potential that very few of them stand up to us, and our strategy for beating a lot of them is attack and watch things fall down. Okay, I cleared the floor of enemies, and hello, what have we here? You are half transparent. And a rainbow shell. That's two of them down here. Very, very nice. Now, the enemy that remains, the boat up top, the people had said something about it taking no damage. Except for from some elements. Okay. Sure. But my weapons are powerful, so I'm sure I'll be fine. Or not. Well, that's unfortunate. It's not like he does any damage, but if we can't do any damage, then we're stuck at a standstill. Yeah, we'll just beat the crap out of him. Or it won't work. It's fine too. Let's see. What's your attack pattern like? A couple of attacks into Numble to attack to Vortex, which is blue and hits all enemy or all allies and hits them with flu. Then Ice Blast, then attack, then Iceberg. Nothing useful to steal here. Well, you know what I'm going to do is I am going to strengthen myself. I'm sure that'll bypass all your defenses. And we're going to strengthen Glenn, too. Just get ourselves as powerful as possible. We'll break his defenses. No problem at all. I don't have anything else that's that color. Let's yeah, there we go. Inferno. He's blue. We might as well hit him with red. Ah, there we go. That's how it works. Yeah, this fight is oh yeah, right, we have X-Strike! And we have Ein Lancers! And Master Mune! And Strengthen and Full Field Effect! Yay! Fucking nuked! Yeah, this, we're kind of overpowered. He's immune to physical, and he's immune to all elements that are not red. It doesn't matter if the red is a tech or a magical attack, he just takes damage from red and nothing else. So, easy enough fight. He's got less than 2,000 HP when the last boss we fought had over 5,000. And we did 6,500 to that one. So, as you can see, whether we go the physical route or whether we go the magical route, we can nuke everything at this point. Crap. Also crap. That's better, but I'm never going to use Starkey again because I have Surge and Surge is white. Guaranteed resistance belt. Now, if you remember when we got Starkey in Homeworld, his ship had crashed, and we came down here and we got the star fragment in order to attract him, I guess, because he wanted those. They were part of his ship. He was trying to fix his ship. Starkey's ship in this world is not broken. Starkey's happy. Would that be the reason why we have air down here? That would probably explain things. Starkey's ship creates a special force field. I think the ship in the other world is Starkey's... But in other worlds, Starkey's ship is in pieces and the parts are buried underground, still not working. This one seems to be working. Everything's in order. Navigation system's operational. Starkey's bed is nice and cozy. Starkey, you're fucking adorable. And I skipped through that dialogue. It said that, can this get us to Terra Tower? It's only big enough to fly Starkey, except for the fact that we all fit inside. So, not sure where you came up with that idea. But apparently Starkey's got a plan. Engine may be a bit rusty, but otherwise perfect. What do you mean that? Oh, maybe... Okay. Why do you have a mini flying saucer inside your flying saucer? Then again, I guess Picard had a model of a ship on his ship, so what do I know? Easy does it. What exactly is going on here? Yeah, your only evidence to go here is to, let's see, talk to Riddell, who tells you to go here, and notice that the light is active in another world now. If you don't have optional party member Starkey, and you come down here, you can't do anything with it, and I'm presuming that they will give you some kind of information that you should probably check it in another world, or in Homeworld, or you should try and go and find someone who knows what to do with it. If you talk to enough people, they will tell you that there is an alien in Homeworld on Skydragon Isle, where it is still Skydragon Isle. An anti-gravity device. Well, this is getting sci-fi in a hurry. Where's Star Ocean or Xenosaga when you need it? You attach this to your boat, it will fly to... We have a fucking spaceship and you want to attach an anti-gravity device to a shit boat. The fuck? We need a facility to install it. I gotta go all the way back in Chronopolis? Really? Luckily, the game's nice enough to warp us all the way back there, all on our own, and we don't have to fumble with anything. This and that. Of course, Starkey, being from outer space, has more advanced technology than we do and seems to be right at home with the 24th century technology that's located here. And now that, like, if Kid has been recruited back into your party, she basically takes her spot in pretty much every cutscene toward the end of the game. All you have to do is load that thing on the boat, right? What are you talking about? We need to attach stabilizer to keep the auto gyro from spinning out of control. I don't get it, but hurry up. Time to get to work. I think Kid was right. I think you just put it in there. What do you mean done? All you did was load it into the boat. Yeah, I thought so. Negative. He's standing on his head. He's so adorable when he does that. There are a few scenes that get extended having Kid with them, and a few more interactions between Kid and Surge going forward, as well as Kid and a few other characters. But you never expected we'd end up doing anything like this. When I first met you? No, not even close. getting philosophical, are we? Philosophical, that's the word. I know English. Probably about as well as Starkey. Starkey's getting a little philosophical there. That's what we're going to find out with our own eyes. So yeah, Starkey is optional earlier on. At this point, he is required as a party member because you need him in order to get this all set up. The only thing to do at this point is to say yes, get on the boat, and make our way out. Other than Surge, they didn't bother to animate any characters on the boat. They could have just gone, okay, Starkey and Kid on the boat, and because they'll always, well, I guess Kid doesn't have to be in the party, so yeah. I still think that scene's required. You can't finish the game without it. That's just not fair. Determine Surge. They draw a decent line between, you know, kind of the smiling Surge and the evil Surge look for that determination there. I like it. And flying boat it is. And we have arrived. Come on, let's go. Yep, let's go and leave Terra Tower right away. And now we can just go here and enter it without doing cutscenes or anything like that. But there is one more thing to pick up down at the bottom, if you bring Starkey along. Okay, if you come all the way back down here with Starkey... Weird how that design choice there. We can do a little bit of exploring. What's in his little hatch here? Wonder if Starkey can find anything else. I don't know why you couldn't pick this up the first time we were here, but you can't, so tough, I guess. Only junk. Ooh, this is where it was. Starkey receives Starstruck, his level 7 tech. Easy does it. And that's pretty much all there is to do with that. Now, other than the stuff I've shown, there's not really anything left to do. There's always the chance that I've missed something, but as far as I know, we've got pretty much everything. We've hit level 40 plus, so we should have every level 7 tech in the game. Let's see. You got yours, you got yours, got yours, yours at that level. Lucia's we got by doing things. Poshel we got by doing things. Zappa, he's got his now. Orcha we picked up. Radius gets his automatically. Got Fargo's. Matcha's got that one. Glenn's, he got his. He's got elements on, but he got his at level, I think, 40. So we have Dive and Drive. Lena got hers from the cutscene. Nikki got hers at a level. Janice from a cutscene. We just got one for Starkey. Let's equip it on him here. Starstruck. No, I wanted to actually look at it. Call on Starman Guardian to Special Attack Mark 3. Starburst is Mark 2. And Starlight is Mark 1. Sprig doesn't get one. We got one from Mojoy. All these guys. Leah got hers. By the way, to continue on with the trend here, it's triple kick. Because of course it is. We've shown Van's. Sneff got his. We've shown Stina's. Doc was by cutscene. Kroibek by cutscene. Yeah, and Pip gets his by evolution. I don't know how Pip's thing works. I'm not going to use Pip, so it doesn't matter. Other than that, the only ones we haven't shown getting are on the characters that we no longer have because of the paths we've chosen. I will be showing the cutscenes involved in that in New Game Plus. But yeah, that's pretty much all for everything. Next time, we move on to Terra Tower. All we have to do is gear up. That's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.